Hello everybody, welcome to Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on this Sunday. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're watching from, and we start up with race number 2, which is the Winter Nursery. It's a Group 3 over 1100 meters, and all the rage is this horse One Stripe, who has only been impressive to date. Spoke to Rakesh, they're super excited about this horse and they expect One Stripe to win. Vaughan Marshall's comments when interviewed is that should take a lot of beating. So, One Stripe, Mr. Burrows, is that the case?
It looks to be, Clyde. I think he's a horse looking for 1400 in time to come. So the drop back to 1100 is not ideal, but he's super impressive. He does show pace. I can see Lion Rampart tearing away to the front and coming up for air the final 200 meters, and One Stripe and Roman Agent taking over the lead and fighting it out. Because Roman Agent, he's a 1100 meter winner of the Juvenile Stakes listed, and he's got loads of ability. His last run behind One Stripe, he did start favourite, and it was a disappointing effort. So I'm going 2 and 3 to fight it out, and Lion Rampart to tire back in third.
Okay, thanks for that. There are only 5 of them, yeah. I think they all stayed away because of One Stripe.
I don't know.
Must be. It
Clive,
must be.
Yeah, this horse could be special, eh? I'll tell you something, because he's not bred to sprint. I mean, his dam won over a mile and a half, 24.50. His sire won the Sunmet, if I'm not mistaken. This horse, don't be surprised to see him being one of the leading lights in the Hollywood Bets Durban July next year. He could be anything once he steps up in trip, if he stays, that is. But in his penultimate start, his latest start, Lion Rampart's penultimate start, Lion Rampart on that occasion wore the blinkers for the first time, and he was given a chance.
Yeah.
And he stayed on. And then last time out, they adopted different tactics, and they let him stride with those blinkers. So if they let him stride with the blinkers again, which I'm sure they will do, he could give his stable companion One Stripe the perfect cover and tow through. So I think Lion Rampart will be a better sprinter in time to come, and One Stripe will be a better sort once he goes over distance. But I expect him to confirm that form. 3 from 4 for me.
His father beat Rainbow Bridge in the Met, remember?
Yes.
MJ Baylor Felton.
Yeah. Ryan
Moore, yeah. I called it, I remembered it very well. So, his son, One Stripe, hard to beat. He's banked in the bipot by Daryl, and that perm with one other banker in there will cost you 120 Rand. Welcome back to us now. We're going to have a look at this Juvenile plate over 14. It's a Maiden Juvenile. And the market Betway have got 22 to 10 about Sound of the Sea. Number 7 on the card. Number 6, the second choice stated, is priced up at 33 to 10. And 9 to 2 about the one Aristotle. I don't know too much about the race. Help me out here. What must we look for?
Clyde, have you lost your memory?
I have.
My memory's gone. Lost a lot of things.
I lost a lot of things, and my memory is certainly one of them. I can tell you that much. I don't remember yesterday.
Do you recall Athena?
Only thing I remember is Down by the River. I remember that very well. I remember that also Athena, you made value.
Athena?
Well, not Athena. What is it called? Apache.
Apache Sun.
Apache Sun. And I remember Azare.
But you know what, punters, they won't remember those. You know what they'll remember?
I remember that.
Mountain High, Lead the Charge, William Ironarm. Those are the ones that
Meantime, you've cleaned up. Tell me about this race.
This was Aristotle, Clyde. Fair enough debut. And then last time out, I expected more from him. But now that he's stepping up in trip, I think we'll see a different sort. So I'm going to be leaning towards number 1 as a likely winner. But if you like him, you have to like all of numbers 4 and 6. 2, What a Fortune, and Stated. And if you like Stated, you have to like Sound of the Sea and All Out for 6. So it is a difficult race. I think Aristotle, from the one draw, stepping up in trip, will see improvement. But I'm not going into this race confident whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much confidence. Darren, have you got something that you like yourself in a particular horse, or is it open?
I like this horse Aristotle as well quite a lot. You know, his dam Athena stayed well. I did get the feeling that 1200 in his second start would be a bit on the sharp side, and that was the case because his debut he stayed on very late behind One Stripe and then was just a bit one-paced, which is understandable when a horse is looking for further. So the 1400 going to suit from a one draw He did start even money last time out. Now you're getting 9-2 about him. He could be worth a bet. I think he'll shorten in the betting. Number 2 on the card, Narrow Toy. Cost a lot of money, over R1 million out of that mare Merrill. I think she was a 10-time winner. There's no market support though. Of the rest, numbers 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10 have that form line behind Mauritius Kestrel and Miss Argonaut. So I think Aristotle, good value.
Okay, so 9-2 about Aristotle. That's the latest with regards to from Darren's side. Darren's got a pick 6 banker for us just now for the next race. We'll have a look at it in a little while. But there's Daryl Marie's place accumulator. And that, whilst you're taking notes or scanning away, is a 320 Rand per. Right, I did say Darren Burrow's got a pick 6 banker for us. Race number 4 comes up right now in this maiden plate over 1,000 meters. And Mr. Burrows, I'm not going to delay. I'm going to hand straight over to you, and you can tell us what we need to do.
Well, this was Unbal D, number 5. Very strong selection here, Clyde. This was ran in the Trippy Stakes behind Roman Agent, beating a length. Then in that Juvenile Stakes, ran third to Roman Agent, beaten 2 lengths. And then tried 1,200 meters where he was caught out the final 200 behind Talk to the Master. He's been gelded. The drop in trip going to suit. He's very speedy, and I expect Richard Fourie to bring him home. A confident banker in the first leg of the pick 6.
Okay, and there's some 19-10 available about this horse, Unbaldi, Daryl. Bagatelle Flash's second choice is 33-10 on the Friday morning market, anyway.
Clyde, I don't think you can compare the form. There's no doubt Umbaldi's got the strongest form lines, but I must be quite frank. I've seen the son of Karari move to the start very gingerly on a few occasions.
Gingerly,
Yeah,
eh?
I think he's going to be a much better sort when this thing's out the ground. I'd like to see him move down to the start on Saturday before I make a call, but his form lines are strong enough to get it right. I think he'll go very close to winning. But like I say, I just want to see him move more fluently. For that reason only, I respect number 6, Bagatelle Flash. Now, fair enough debut, Clyde. Disappointed in his second start, but have a look what they did in his third start. Mm-hmm. They put the tongue tie on. And he gave that horse, Kai Boy, a run for his money. It was a great effort. Now, he's a Kai Boy.
Yes.
He's the horse that ran second to Lion Rampart on Danger, and they pulled so far clear of the balance of the field. He could be anything. He looks like he's well above average. So for that reason, the tongue tie stays on again. I've got respect for number 6, Bagatelle Flash. So 5 and 6 for me.
All right, Craig Zaki stays on Bagatelle Flash as well for Eric Sands. Now let's have a look at Darren's pick 6. He doesn't want to know. He's quite keen on Unbaldi, so he's bankering the 5. Horses banker the 5 in the third leg. He's got 2 bankers in his pick 6, and it's a 1,440 Rand per. Let's hope we can get money on Sunday afternoon. So Richard Fourie rides the favourite now for Pet Buerta. This horse, Sands' stock. The Friday morning market had it at 14-10. If you're watching it live Sunday or on Sunday, you can get an idea as to where you are in the market. 2 English Mistress, the second choice. Friday was 19-10 and 5-1 bar those 2. Daryl, I'll start with you this time. Talk about the first leg of the jackpot. What's your first choice?
My first choice, and I've actually banked number 2 English Mistress in my exotics, Clyde. Obviously, the bipot and the PA, you can be confident in that. But I think she's the right filly in the race. It should be quite difficult for her in that it is a open maiden, so she has to give some weight away. But last time out, Aldo must have got off, Clyde, and said to Candice, you know what, let's take the blinkers off this filly, because she's been consistent, but she might have just been doing things a touch too hard in running. So Aldo's, I'm just guessing, yeah, I think it's Aldo's suggestion to remove the blinkers. She did find a bit of traffic troubles, a bit of interference in running, and she's 1.5 kilos better off with Sansa Stark. So all of those factors in my mind will be enough for her to reverse the form with Sansa Stock and then confirm the form with those finished behind her. So I'm bankering her
Okay.
English Mistress.
Okay, so you're quite keen on English Mistress. Darren, your take on race 5?
Clyde, I fancied English Mistress last time out. I actually caught a nice multiple with her. She got up for third on the post. She made a run down the outside of the track and she ended up on the inside running rail, which could have cost her around a length or so. So the blinkers are off. I expect her to be right there at the finish. Sansa Stark, consistent form of late. She did finish ahead of English Mistress, behind Lickety Split, so there's not going to be much between numbers 2 and 5. But I've gone the safe route. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 in the exotics.
Okay, so that's your jackpot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Although there's an agreement between all parties that English Mistress is the right one. Banker the 5 in the next leg, of course being race number 6. And that horse being Rascallion. Darren's keen on that. By 2, 4, 10, 11, 13, 15. By 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. The Legal Eagle Stakes comes up now, grade 3, and it's run over 1,800 metres. Just to quickly update you as to the Friday morning market, Darren likes his horse Rascallion 14 to 10, and the 6-year-old just seems to be getting, showing that how game he really is, Darren, at the end of the day, and you're quite keen on him for the Vaughan Marshall stable.
Yes, Clyde, this horse has another season or two in front of him still, because the blinkers, they put them on in the Met, but he went a blistering speed up front and he only got collared late by Double Superlative. That was a cracking effort. And last time out, the mile, a bit on the sharp side, but he managed to get his head in front where it mattered most. He found a good finish. Morne Vinnog rode a cracker on him, I must say. He gave him every chance and he got up to win. And they've left Morne Vinnog up again in the second leg of the series. And he's going to appreciate the 1,800 much more. So best weighted horse, Rascallion. I expect him to make it 2 on the trot. And I'll be disappointed if he gets beat. The dangers would be Pakaya and Rapidash. But I don't think they're going to challenge him for first place.
Okay, so you obviously very keen on this horse. You, Daryl?
There's no doubt he's the right horse, Clyde. Have a look at the best weighted column. I mean, he's 9 pounds, well in, 4.5 kilograms. He's racing over a more suitable trip. Just the only reservation could be a second run after a layoff.
Oh, okay.
He just has to reproduce his best form and he'll take all the beating. Future Prince, slightly worse off at the weights and held, but he's not too far behind Rascallion. If the favourite fluffs his lines, he's certainly in with a huge winning chance. And then Pakaya, who last time out should have finished a little bit closer. He met interference on that outside running rail. Richard gets a great tune out of him. And on his day, he's talented, this horse. I know he's inconsistent, but,
No, but he's got ability, yeah.
He's got ability.
You're right.
When he produces his best, he has to be taken seriously. Yeah. So if the favourite fluffs his lines, numbers 1 and 4 will be there to fight it out. But I think you can box that trifecta, 1, 4, 5.
Box the trifectas from Daryl's side. Darren's side, we're going straight up Rascallion. Friday morning market, 14 to 10. Now, this is not going to be too easy, but the favourite 11 Red Palace tops the boards here at 33 to 10. Second choice, Gold Poker Game, the 13 from the same yard. Candice Bass Robinson is the 9 to 2 second favourite. And Candice has got the third choice in the market as well. This horse, Rainbow Lockheed, who's at 11 to 2. So quite a strong hand, Daryl, in terms of the 7th race for the Bass stable.
Yes, lovely race, Clyde. Red Palace, what a filly. I mean, she's really done well to date.
Top class.
I mean, she's really contested at the highest level. So, yeah, she comes into this race, best weighted. She's just been backed up quite soon after that prep run up the straight last time out. On her best form, she should be the right one. I'm not too concerned about the wide draw. She pushes forward. She's got a lovely cruising speed up front, and Anthony Andrews reunites with her. If she gets it right up front and she's at her best on the day, I think she could prove very hard to peg back. Numbers 1 and 2 on form, there's very little separating them. They both out at the weights, but they're both improving sorts. Last time out, Fatal Gem, the race wasn't run to suit. She found herself in front. Gavin will ride her more patiently. She's decent on her day, and Princess Izzy's improving. So despite being out at the weights, I actually have respect for them. And then the other one I've included, I've got numbers 1, 2, 11, and 13.
Yep.
Is number 13 Gold Poker Game now. All hinges on how far she's going to find herself back turning for home, because they've only got one option from that draw, is to drop her in. If she's caught out of her ground, and if they come to the go to the outside and she's cramped for galloping room, I can see she could be unfortunate in running. So if she gets lucky in running, I can see her winning. But she needs things to go her own way.
Okay, so there are a few in here, Darryl.
Yes, I went 1, 2, 11, and 13.
1, 2, 11, 13. Darren, for your side, you got a few in as well.
Yes, I've gone a safe route. Let's touch on Red Palace. You know, she's top class on her day. I thought a bit disappointing in her last 2 starts. Her comeback run over 1200. Obviously a bit on the sharp side, but I expected more from her. I didn't expect her to run tailed off. She's got a chance. I thought Gold Poker Game the horse to beat. She comes in here one of the best weighted. She's drawn 13, but Aldo likes to switch them off early. And her form's good. Second to Royal Aussie. Beaten 3 lengths in her sprint up behind Winter Cloud. That was a cracking effort. And going to appreciate this trip. So if she has luck in running, Gold Poker Game, a nice place bet. Summer Lily, very good filly. We haven't seen the best of her yet. And I know she's out at the weight, but I can see her featuring Princess Izzy and Rainbow Laura Keats. They're improving fillies. And Enemy Territory, drawn out at 15, but she also has ability.
Okay, so Gold Poker Game from Darren. Darryl, they both like the same horse in terms of looking out for, if you're looking for a horse that you would like to have a bit of a go with, well, it's number 13, Gold Poker Game. Friday morning was priced up 9 to 2. So it's a Cape B Stakes over 1,800 metres in this particular event. There 10 of them that go to the gate, and here we got the 5, Ella Marie, top the boards at 2 to 1, 33 to 10 about the 2, Katsu, and then 9 to 2 about number 8, 2 a penny. Darryl, I'll start with you, and then I'll go to Darren for this event.
What price is Voorloperkie?
Voorloperkie is, I think, the 4th choice, 11 to 2.
Yeah, Darren found this, I think, when he won. Well, I know when he won, he found him. This horse with the blinkers has done absolutely nothing wrong, Clyde. Last time out, great post-maiden efforts.
Yes.
Just touched off. Blinkers stay on. I wouldn't read too much into the ratings over here. You know, they do favour the fillies over here, like Double Check, 2 a penny. But I'm actually not in their camp. I like Voorloperkie. I think he's doing things the right way now. He's improving with racing. And the exact same can be said with the son of Dynasty, the 4-year-old bay gelding, L.A. Maury. Now, last time out, he just found 1 to good, and that was the filly. I don't know if she's a filly or a mare. I think she could be a mare now. Love is a Rose, who was actually extremely well weighted in that race. And he just found her too good for him on the day. Back in this class, I think he'll just about win, and I think you can follow him. He's gonna win his races in handicap level. So 3 and 5 for me. I'm not looking past the 2 of them.
All right, so you got 2 runners here for Darryl, and then Darren, what's your take on this one?
Well, Clyde, I thought horses like Katsu got a chance. He ran second to L.A. Morris last time out, and he's better off at the weights. I think it's, 3 kilos better off for a length and 3/4. He's in form, but L.A. Morris won with a bit in hand that day, and he followed up with a good second, but the pace didn't suit him that day. Voorloperkie cruised up to them last time out like he was going to win by 2, and Green Mandarin just collared him late. That was a cracking effort. He'll be right there. Give Me More Time's got a place chance, and 2 a penny from the Marcus stable. This filly's really improved. She won a maiden 3 runs back in a maiden handicap, followed it up with another victory, and last time out she won with a bit in hand. She comes into the race with 53 kilos best weighted. Don't ignore Two a Penny. She's going for 4 in a row.
Okay, well, Two a Penny's third choice at 9-2. Well, was anyway, Friday morning. Daryl's got the last double. Thanks, Darren, very much. The last double recommendation from Daryl Marie side 3 and 5 now, and the last leg 2, 5, 9, 10, and 12. Thanks, everybody, for watching Betway's Weighted to Win. To Ricky, Dylan, and the whole team that make this work, thank you very much.